She took off to find the footlights, I took off to find the sky. I've got something inside me to drive a princess blind. There's a wild man that is hiding in me, illuminating my mind. I've got something inside me, but it's not what my life's about. 'Cause I've been letting my outside shine over till my time runs out.
Alright, let me just see where I'm at. Okay. Now, Florian, I'm doing this for you because I sent a birthday email to Annika already, and I forgot the clip that I prepared for her, and she may be busy today on her birthday, and maybe she's even more close off to me than you are, because with you it's been for about 2 years, and Annika, I kind of feel all my life, all our life, you know, when she was little, as long as you know, we were together, we were close, and yet Annika was never, she never, how should I say? I don't think she ever needed me as much as you did. So, or there was something, you know, Annika was more, you know, looking at her dad, and you were looking at me, or, you know, it was easier this way, you know, like you and me and Annika and Michel, so your dad. And so I'm not really sure if you're noticing this. Things have changed in America, things are changing in Europe. You may hear about the wars going on here and the fighting between Russia and Ukraine, and, you know, the Syrian refugees all coming from Africa to Europe, and I'm here. And so it may be very hard for you to imagine that it's, you know, your mom. Who knows how this thing that you call God, you know, you went to church and you learned about God, and you told me that you believe in God, and Annika told me you believe in God, and then how do you know? And so, you know, I sent you to those things because I felt, you know, I didn't know anything about the stories because I never understood them when I went to confirmation classes, and so I felt, you know, you may learn this for yourself. And you came out great. and both held a speech. I don't remember yours exactly anymore. I remember Annika's, you know, who said in front of the whole church that she was proud that she's not prejudiced. Now, Florian, where do you think that comes from? You know, Annika was born and then went on her own, and, you know, nobody was there to guide her in any way, right? You know, because, and I know that I'm being sarcastic right now because I once got an email from her telling me that she never learned anything from me. Now I know that, you know, when we went as a family, you know, you may want to think why you made such a fuss every time we wanted to go somewhere together, because I don't know. I just know that it was very difficult for me to find a way with you, and I always did, in a way that in the end you agreed. And so I never really forced you, but certain things, you know, we needed to do together, and there was something in you, Florian. What was that? What was that you were fighting? Was it me? You know, I wonder. See, I can't, you know, force you to have a relationship with me, and yet I miss you, and I miss Annika as much. And you were two different children, and I'm not the kind of mom that will say that I treated you both the same, because you weren't the same. How can I treat you the same? How stupid would that have been of me to treat you the same? I never did, never once. And I'm proud of myself, you know, for having done that. And I know that I fell apart because, you know, I was very much alone. And I know now that, you know, this thing was guiding me, and not just me alone, you know, there were people around me, you know. Toby, for instance, he gave me Rolf Zuckowski's music. And so I listened to what Rolf Zuckowski was singing about, and you remember that, right? Ja, es gibt noch rechte Kinder, die in der Sonne spielen und die sich, wenn sie schmutzig sind, erst richtig glücklich fühlen. Well, I took that to heart, you know. Children that get dirty, they actually are happy. So I allowed you to get dirty. And then with the result that, of course, your friends' moms and dads, they weren't so crazy about, you know, when your friends came. I would do it over and over and over again because I see how great you turned out. The only thing is that, of course, I was different, and then it's difficult for you as kids to appreciate that freedom that I gave you when, you know, I know this from myself. I know that I never got a curfew going out because I was a safe kid, you know. I was just at home all the time, so I never went out, and then when I did, I didn't get a curfew. So I also felt like, you know, don't make my parents care about me, and yet I enjoyed the freedom. So I'm trying to like shake you up and feel, how did it feel to be raised this differently from your friends, you know, because I also know that your friend's mom, Kathy, she used you, you know, because they did the American thing, you know, where he was drilled. She was a teacher, and the father was an alcoholic. He was always drunk when he came to the football games and the baseball games. You know, he always smelled like alcohol. So there was something going on that was not all right. And yet, you know, I know that I fell apart because I was trying to find a way for us all to get along. And I feel that I was like the driving force in our family, and you know, for a woman to be that, it's very difficult for a husband or a man to admit to that. So you know, I felt like pushed down, and then I kept giving and giving and giving and giving, and I couldn't anymore. So you know, that's me in a nutshell. So now I know that as you said, things are changing in America, and they're not like they were when I lived there. Things are changing in the whole world. Because what I know, you know, how this thing you call God, communicates with us, which I prefer to call the thing, you know, it also pushes, first of all, it's pushing me to bring this to everybody publicly. And so, you know, this is also great, how should I say, practice for me, you know, because I'm imagining that a lot of people are watching. So you're watching, I know this, and others might be watching because I'm going to put it on YouTube. And, you know, I could be on stage like this, and it wouldn't bother me because I'm inside of me. Maybe I would be a little bit more nervous. I know that because I've been on stage with, you know, there were 80 people, and also 120, you know, I was okay. So, you know, I could do this, present the knowledge that wants to come out through me. And so you can keep ignoring me, and I feel this thing is pushing, you know, now that you may answer, you may get in touch with me if you feel you want to. Now I know that it wouldn't make any sense for me anymore to send any birthday gifts, and because, you know, I spend too much money already, and it's not that, you know, I expect any thank you back, or you know, like it would be a payment for you to contact me or something, you know. So I know that if I give you anything, there's nothing coming, you know, and I am looking for communication. That's to get started with, because there's been a lot of, there's been a shitload of shit in our family that needs to go out in the open, and so it won't happen again. And we were chosen, our family. Can you imagine now? I know this might be hard to believe for you. Your mom doing something like that. You, Florian, being this exposed, because you will be. So what I did is I prepared a birthday gift for Dr. Thatcher, because he's the chosen one to finance this global festival which I prepared, and to bring me and this knowledge out, not for me, to get rich, because there's a lot of change coming our way. This is why our world is cuckoo right now, it's and too many people are dying. So I hope this affects you in some way and opens you up to let change in. And I'm the change, because we have a system based on fear. Well, I'm here to turn that around and make it a system based on love. And we may communicate what that means to us. What does it mean to you? I mean, you said to me, and always just answering, I love you too, Mom. And I have that sentence with your voice in the back of my head that keeps me going. And I wondered, why did I forget to put my clip in Annika's video and or email today, where it's her birthday. And I believe it's because with Annika, it's the decision is made. That's it. I'm getting messages and being reminded, so I will remind you. Every human being comes out of the womb of a woman. Every boy and every girl. And so what's the fighting all about, I wonder? And you're not my son. You're not my child. You don't belong to me. I gave you life, and you're on your own. You are here to make your own free choices, and everybody has that same right. And I feel my right in that respect. Well, I'm not given that right. That's how I feel. I may be wrong. Then please correct me, because you have a voice. You have words and communication. To say that to one another. And ignorance is the biggest disease we have on earth that will keep us separated, not just in our family, as a whole. And our world is crumbling, not in a good way. And so, I prepared this book where I include our family with the family of Dr. Thatcher, Daimler, to bring all the way on the bottom and all the way on top together and show that it's possible. This is what I'm about, and I will go it with you, and I will go it alone. I would prefer to go it with you, and I have the feeling that the thing is pushing, me, and I know that it's not my decision, but I know it's pushing hard right now, because I'm ready. And so I also feel that, I do have a legal guardian, and we live in a democracy, and democracy is based on majorities. So the majority is always right? So if the whole Wooders and Barent families, get together and say Silke's crazy, then I guess you must be right? But then the world, when any kind of change or evolution took place, it was one person that where it came out of. Well, I'm that one person that you get together and as the democratic family say, well, she's at fault. You make that decision now, I would love to find a way, and you decide for yourself if I'm crazy. Now I know that I contact Dr. Thatcher, and I'm being guided, and it's not once, over and over and over again, because it's the only way, and it's not the only person that I contacted. I contacted hundreds to find another way. There is only this one. So you can call me a liar, or I hope you let me in. Say happy birthday to your sister, and I hope you have a great day.